Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, audience. Love and appreciate ya.
Hi, guys.
Hello, future fans, friends, and funders. That's a word, right?
Hi, guys.
Hey, hi, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. We're here to tell you about the Wildly Productions podcast, Heinous Investigations. Basically, the podcast is about what would be a normal paranormal investigation agency if it weren't for the fact that everyone involved is super dysfunctional all the time.
I love the podcast. I admire a lot, probably too much of it. I just think it's so awesome that it's been able to combine comedy, supernatural stuff, slice of weird life, all in one awesome pot of just ridiculousness.
It's a fun, kind of dry, kind of grown-up Scooby-Doo vibe that I find really funny.
I mean, I'm a huge nerd, and this show just has so many references to sci-fi fantasy franchises that I love. It takes the sci-fi fantasy tropes, it messes with them, it turns them on their head, makes fun of them, and it's just a really good time.
What I appreciate most about the podcast is that none of the characters know what's going on.
They're just a cavalcade of different, screw-ups, all clashing against each other and trying their damnedest to work together.
What I admire most about Carlton and what I find most interesting and fun about the character is that he's this stereotypical, slightly problematic, only through his own ignorance type of guy. At the start of the series, he is a lawyer. He hates where he works, as he says. He's just basically a glorified ambulance chaser, and that's on a good day, but hey, it's a job. And he, through a series of events, I'm not going to, disclose anything, through this journey, through all the characters, him especially, he starts to become more vulnerable, understanding, more open with himself, who he needs to be, who he wants to be, and the person who he needs to come to accept who he is.
What do I admire about Miriam? What isn't there to admire about Miriam? She is hilarious, maybe unintentionally so. Maybe she's not even aware that she's funny, but she's so funny. And she's a complete badass. She will do anything to protect the people she cares about, and it's really awesome to have a female character that's the weapons expert. I feel like that's not ever really seen, so I really like that. What? Am I speaking Old Welsh? Yes, it's stuck!
I think what I admire most about Ginny is she is so optimistic all the time, usually up for anything, regardless of how good of an idea it is. So happy, so perky, and yet at the same time has all this power, all these skills, and I think it's a really fun juxtaposition.
You, sir, are a type. The type of guy every girl hopes she never meets.
Frank. Where do we start with Frank? He's such a fun character. He's wild and crazy and scatterbrained and insanely intelligent, but he's very much like a man-child. Oh, engineer, inventor, scientist, lovable genius, basically living the dream here, but I don't want to waste 3 hours where we can talk about anything talking about me. I mean, we can tackle some of life's biggest questions, like when humanity finally establishes colonies on Mars, will we finally be able to take advantage of the lack of gravity to flip the world's largest pancake?
The main character I play in this podcast is Delia Smythe. She is an absolutely horrendous person, which makes her an absolute blast to play because she just says and does all kinds of outrageous and horrible things. Aw, come on. Don't say it like that. You make me sound like the bad guy.
I could not be happier with the fellow actors and actresses I get to act with because the voices and the characters they are able to create is just too much fun.
Even when we're just in rehearsal, not even saying the lines, people are so funny.
There's inside jokes, everybody talks about tea, it's bellissimo.
The cast of the most lovable idiots, played by a cast of the most lovable idiots.
It's funny, it's entertaining, and it's heartfelt at the same time, and it's got some little tiny hints of drama in there. It's got everything.
There's intense hilarity and chaos, and there's, few points of actual humanism.
I think especially with the time that we're living in now, where everything's so uncertain and things are really weird, I think that listening to the podcast will hopefully bring people entertainment and joy. Well, I know it'll be entertaining, but I hope that it'll bring a little joy and a little bit of escapism.
Instead of letting yourself get stressed out by the real-world craziness, you can instead let yourself be entertained by our crazy team of investigators as they deal with the supernatural phenomena in the small town of Hanesbury.
Let's be real, we all need a little bit more fun in our lives, don't we?
It's quirky, but also a little bit relatable, and so it's a good little brain break for you. Have fun.
This really is such an amazing team of kind, talented performers and editors who believe so strongly in this project and are so passionate. And we're hoping that through this campaign we can raise the funds that we need to give our work a broader audience and make everybody's days just a little bit brighter. And maybe a little bit weirder too.